Good evening and welcome back to the Monster Energy DreamHack Studios. My name is Sims, this man is Avenger, and we are moving into round number 3, day number 2 of the North American PUBG DreamHack Showdown qualifiers for North America. $100,000 on the line when we make our way to Austin, Texas. That's going to be a sick event, man. We've got some BYOC players kicking it off as well.
I'm looking, and it's going to be like 2,800 participants at the LAN event as well. Lots of events, lots of stuff happening all around, and a fantastic big PUBG event. It's going to be amazing.
If you've never been to a DreamHack event before, I really suggest you get on board and you take up the opportunity. I know it's in America. I know it can be kind of expensive for Europeans and such to fly out there, but honestly, if you do get the opportunity, whether it's in Europe, England, wherever, America, they're amazing. It's such a fantastic opportunity.
I was just going to say, even though if you're in America or Europe, there's so many events going on. We have DreamHack Summer, we have DreamHack Winter, we have, I think, Valencia. We have so many DreamHack events going on, so really go and experience that.
Winter was incredible. You actually won an event in Winter.
Yes,
we won't
I
talk
did.
about it, though, because the head will get much, much bigger than it already is. We've got the standings to take a look and see how they are right now after game number 7. Here we go. So, Dignitas in second place, but they are chasing the tails heavily of the front runners of Team Envious. Only 200 points now separating the top two teams. Further afield by 500 totality, they are in third position. United have jumped up the rankings. They're only 100 points behind. Hooligans, they are hot on the heels of... I mean, tell you what, look at that. From third place down to what? God, everyone's at 900 as well, so even they're just far behind. That's still...
13th.
Even 14th place, I'd say. Ghost and Cloud9 looking very rough right now. They are struggling on points. Things aren't going their way. Unfortunate for the guys on both of those rosters. But anyone from 14th and upwards has... Yeah. I mean, there's a little bit of a difference
still
there.
have 3 games to go. If you take a back-to-back win, if you're as a Ghost player right now, if you take back-to-back wins, let's just say with 10 kills in each, there's going to be 1,240 points as well. Then you're straight up into the top 3 with that.
Tactically, is this where you start to look and say, okay, if we are Ghost, we've got to hot drop one of the top boys now and knock him out of the hot spot?
No, not at all.
Yeah?
Because also, like, unless you're directly contesting for one spot, then if you hot drop somebody, you're potentially going to lose a player, and you also have to fight everybody else. So it's not just a 1v1 with that. You also have to win over United Hooligans and everybody else from there. So unless you're directly in contention for one spot, like it's only 2 teams potentially winning that, and you're really, really... you just believe in yourself, you're going to go to their home turf and just fight them. I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Honestly, we've got a lot in stall. I can ask you all now to get on your computers. Obviously, you could be watching them there, could be watching from mobile, Mac, laptop, whatever. Please, please, please tweet the stream. We want to get as many eyes, as many viewers in here as humanly possible. We saw the European qualifiers last week. What were we, 8, 9K, almost pushing 10, to be honest?
Yep.
Let's see if we can get 5 here for North America. Tweet the stream, give it a host, share, let everyone know what's going on. Competitive PUBG's on the rise, and we are loving life. Now, a very interesting circle has erupted, interesting flight path, should I say.
Yeah.
Straight across from Milta Power. So, a couple of teams will have to reach a little bit if they want to go down to the bottom end, the southerly side, Sosnovka Island, Primorsk, for example. But we're going to be going directly smack bam above Zaki. Does that mean Noble will be going for the opposing side of the map this time?
I'm not sure what they're going to do, but at least it looks like they're going to go for Saki, which is kind of typical for them. I mean, also going Novo here, they had to long shoot it as well, and Saki's just open for the taking. Although, North George here, we're going to see one team there at least going, but Noble here going for the Saki drop. They're going to get lots of cost. They can go early if they want. Saki is not a town that you want to loot or loot 4 guys. There's not enough loot, I feel like it. But still, if you go 4 guys there, you're going to have all the vehicles in the world, and you're going to be able to rotate out early. And now, Sims, let's get that melee circle.
It's got to happen. Come on, keep talking about military. All right, let's focus on Pure for now. So you got Pure there. We're just going to keep looking at Pure, talking about Millie, talking about Sosnovka. You got this bridge down there. We got Team.
Or if
Team Pure still.
Back when G-Core was still a team.
Yeah.
Gemty, when he was hoping for good circles, he would literally sit and say G-Core, 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 getting those G-Core circles.
Keep saying it.
Yeah. No.
Go on.
No.
Go on.
No.
People are saying
Chico. Oh.
It's not. It's got closer. You see, if you would have kept saying it, it would have gone further down. You just made it halfway, so not a bad circle. Smack bang.
Is that halfway?
I mean, you got it down. It was going to be up on Dignitas, so you kind of screwed them a little bit by saying it. You pulled it away from them, but good circle. I like it. Lot of the map in play. Dead center near enough, just a little bit more directed towards the west. So everybody is not too far from it. This could be one of those circles, Martin, where everyone says, okay, we're central. Let's just try and get central. Let's try and get stuck in. It'll be very, very dense. You'll have a lot of teams clutching at straws, trying to find some prime location. Obviously, it's a big circle. There is plenty of prime territory, so to speak. But coming into that, you're going to have teams sitting happily on every single choke point.
Yeah. And the guys here from Roski's team, they're in a really good spot, and I wonder if they're going to stay inside Pochinki. I kind of try to take those spawns around it, trying to get one of those prime positions, because they are dead center. They could opt for going into the church as well, and then they could easily rotate down towards Pochinki. It really comes down to the second and third circle, what's going to happen there.
It kind of goes on what you mentioned yesterday, Martin. You touched on it. Pochinki can withstand more than two teams, I feel. You know, I think you can even, honestly, because you've got the church as well, put 3, even scraping 4. There's not enough loot to have those teams, but I'm talking if we get the final circle on there, it does have enough room to at least support them.
I mean, if it goes like, if it swings just towards the center, then everybody's going to come around all the way around, and you can easily have a lot of teams in there. You see 5, 6, 7 teams, because you're not going to have full 4 teams all the way in the end. So it can accommodate a lot of teams, and I love these kind of urban kind of endings with the smaller towns. It's a good way to see fights, and also a good way to display the individual skills of people's aim.
So when you see people playing Assassin's Creed and just bopping between the roofs back and forth and getting the calls out, seeing people on those secondary story windows, and again, Pochinki is just one of those towns where if you do get a Pochinki ending circle, it can be fun. If you haven't had one yet, they are quite fun. They're a bit dangerous because as soon as you step out a door, expect somebody to be on your back, just eagle-eyeing you and drilling you from a window, but still, you can get up on top of the roofs, you can play hide and seek, and you can do a lot of damage. Let's take a look then at the teams that could potentially be in a little bit of trouble. Pure, they've got to come across the bridges, more than likely going to be taking that west side bridge, but they've got to be careful because we're going to have 2 teams down there. We're going to have Viper, and we're also going to have Black Label doing the same old scenario they've been doing before. We move from Ferry Pier, we move a little bit further down through the Longwoods. The first crate is in, and where exactly is she? She's on top of a wildcard player.
School, yep. So Kickstart is going to get a fantastic crate. Another thing I really want to touch upon really quickly here, having those 5th members, coaches, analysts on your team is just so important here. Because if you had one player, one analyst, one manager, one coach, whatever, just waiting and sitting and watching these games, they would be able to tell for Trifecta, you can go for the mansion. The mansion is completely free. And that looks like an M24 with an 8X and a full 03.
That, my friends, is a care package. And you know what? He's already got a level 3 on his chest by the look of it. So it means that he's going to be able to leave that for his teammate as well. So 2 players over there with level 3 chest. They've got the level 3 helmet. They've got the big bad boy sniper rifle in play. They also got the scope to boot. So happy days. Nice package there for Wildcard. And not only that, they are dead center. They can play wherever they want. They can go from the school. If it shifts more towards the East Coast, they could potentially go to the apartments. They're not the best place to be because once you run out of apartments, they're very open. But still, they have a lot of places. The people that they have to be careful of are someone like Optic Gaming. If they want to come down to school, if they want to move up to the water tower area, for example, depending on where the circle goes. I mean, theory, you want to be moving more towards the center, so you'd expect them to maybe hover around that water tower area, try and get a line of sight on some individual players. Pochinki, couple of people closing in. Again, Mad Ruski's team will start there, and that's probably where they'll end up finishing, depending on the circle. Potato Hill will be taken just to the right-hand side as the United do move in. The late runners that will be turning up to the party, Trifecta coming in from the East Coast. All the way from the top, Noble. They have the longest run of everybody, taking up Zaki. Donut Hole, are you okay, mate? Go on, ram him.
Here you go.
Teamwork, brother. Teamwork makes the dream work. You're all right just because you flipped the vehicle.
The dynamic duo,
Donut
Hole and Ramsey. Ramsey, the Donut Hole.
Okay, if you say so, I'll go with it. I'll let it fly. You do confuse me sometimes with your Danish.
What? It's just...
It's you and your Danish banter.
Dark humor.
Anyway, so, circle. Let's talk about choke points potential here, Martin. Obviously, you've got the northern area where you've got all the No one, to be fair. It's quite open, and I would expect maybe potentially we'll see definitely Dignitas moving straight down.
Yeah.
They'll obviously be aware of a couple of people actually lurking around the area. But Noble are the ones that may potentially run early game into Dig.
I mean, usually when we see Dignitas, they kind of play somewhat late when they don't have the circle. So I don't see them going super aggressively early. They would rather want that spicy loot. Here, Cloud9 with 17. Oh!
Imagine. Oh my god, he actually hit it as he set off. Good god, Caden.
That's a nasty headshot. And they're going to push onto this.
Was he the first one dead previous game? He was, wasn't he?
One of them at least, yeah.
Feels bad, man.
Moody and... No, 17 was one of the first one.
Yeah, well.
Envy decided not to push extremely aggressively, so Cloud9 is maybe going to be able to get him in. Frolic is going to get knocked as well.
Another angle. That's boom. So, two teams, eyes on C9. Oh, this really does feel bad, man. He gets finished as well. So
he was in another position.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But still, it still feels bad to see C9 players again falling so early.
Yeah.
Envious. Oh, look at Bawaka. Optic have pushed in here. They've come up through the ruins and they're hiding. They're just diving on the Defilade.
They've infiltrated them completely here. Bahawaka is going to push. Deliro is going to be knocked. Check is going to finish Deliro as well. Bahawaka is still alive. Hetra is still alive. Hypuck is still alive. And they're here. Jesse is knocked as well. So they're down to 2 players. Hypuck is going to nade in there. It's not going to hit anywhere. Check is going to knock Baha. Baha is going to be able to crawl back to safety here. Caden and Check, the last players.
I mean, they're going to be counting how many knocks, Martin, right? They know they're going to be lost some players. And they're probably, for these guys, potentially they maybe want revenge. They maybe want blood. I mean, Envious, they don't need to necessarily take these fights. They don't need the points. They just need the placement. They need to stay alive.
Yeah.
In certain circumstances, you would see teams get very aggressive, push on those teams, finish off those kills, finish off those knocks, make sure they secure the compound.
Yeah.
The problem is for them is if they do push out, you look at Hetra, he's far back in the ruins, just on those little hills. If he's got it, even at 3 times, he'll do it. He'll be able to just clip Envious on the rotation. 17 with no helmet. He got a wake-up call from Caden previously. Here comes Elusive as well, 2-2, so at least he can get him the hell out of there. They can move on the 2-seater.
Frolica got lost in the North George rotation. He came out late of North George. I saw Noble there. They were up by the cubes east of George. So he got lost there in translation. See Noble here in the northwestern side of the zone. They're potentially going to get that crit as well up there. Dignitas in the north as well. Going to go slowly to this, approach this circle super slowly. Sharpshot is going to knock Moody with a headshot with that M24. And oh my god, what a crate.
That's a care package and a half. Silent Storm.
No. DMR. AR DMR.
Oh, sorry, excuse me. I didn't see the side of it.
Yeah, but
either way,
they can potentially still have a sniper silencer for it. Sharpshot here. He is
M24 and AWM in play so early in the game. I mean, it spells disaster.
And they got it so much. They got free. I mean, there were nobody up there in the northwest. The zone was still big. Everything was just still pushing in here. So the zone haven't even closed yet, and they got this crate straight onto them. Dignitas are gonna make a move here on Civil. He's already in the Atlantis area here, kind of north in the middle side of the zone. So they're going to cross the bridge for free. Noble, they can kind of do whatever they want. The west is free, the north is free when Dignitas move through here.
Keep an eye on the kill feed, see if any kind of knock comes through with the AWM. Noble will have the information, but again, they don't necessarily need to move. They can stand their ground.
Yeah.
They're going to camp the cube, see if anybody does attempt to try and rotate out, overextend. Look at what they're doing. They're sending another vehicle off, so they're trying to get eyes there. They're on either side of it. You've got one in the cubes, one on the Harry Potter, and one just on the little hillside. So if anyone does go for the northern rotation, so to speak, across that bridge, they will get absolutely battered. Pachinki's becoming a little bit of a nightmare town. We got C9 in there. We got Viper Esports in there. Ruski's team still chilling. This is becoming, and this is one of those circles, when it goes very central on the map like this, everybody just follows suit, follows boot, wants to get in the middle.
Yep.
Pachinki's going to be it's going to be a loud and proud city.
And they left their cars there so they can transition out later if they have to. But still, there's so many teams here close to Pachinki. All the good positions have been taken. the Pochinki Hills to the southwest, the Pochinki Ridge to the southeast, the Barns on the east as well. United is on Potato Hill. Have Sharpshot and the guys in the compound in the north. Where's the zone going to go? It's going to go northeast, kind of. Not favoring the guys in the southwest. Not a hard shift, but slightly on the northwestern, northeastern side here. Ghost is going to be in a great position. They're going to be staying there. Wildcard, they're going to go back to the compound they looted earlier. Ghost as well in a great position here. They're going to be staying on the hill here because they play this third circle. They don't play the second circle, they play the third circle. Then they crash something and take that position.
They're in a good area, just up on the back of the potato lands. Just on the potato on the top. They'll play off of that one and look down. So at least you got that defilade as well. You got the flats. It means you can get some cover from down below, from up high as well. Fun around, trying to crack some shots off here. There's Totality that come on the rotation as well. Keep an eye on Noble with that big boy going. If they want to walk it up and try and rotate high, get some angles on people. Maluk, Zampa onto not Zampa, Tempo Storm onto Logic. He will fall there for Black Label. 12 points going the way and their favour. Noble firing off some bullets. They're going to push Dig further in, but they're going to get prime territory. They'll be able to move closer towards Roshawk, try and get a position. Feels bad for Optic because that's where they started. They could have just sat there and monitored that entire area if they really wanted to, but they rotated rather early. Hasn't paid off. They've lost one player. They've moved back into Atlantis. Noble back on the rotation. Up on the left-hand side there, Donut Hole, originally Ramsey. They'll be rotating round. They're going to take that long road that we spoke about earlier on in the previous round. Potentially, I would have suspect them to take this bridge. If not, they'll go all the way north in the little white huts and try and get an overview onto Roshawk.
Yeah, and look at how open the northeastern side is here. Potentially, you only have Dignitas and Totality. You still have a lot of compounds kind of open here. The reverse L building east of school still available. Master here taking some shots from Uptick. They're going to push them back. Return to fire. Master down to 30% HP. It's been hit 3 times. Dacalis is going to knock Hetra though. So they're kind of in a firefight here. They're not going to push aggressively because it's not worth taking this fight just yet.
So that's 2 snipers they've got now.
Ramsey, he's going to come flying in here. Not connecting anything. Oh, he hit that hard. Ramsey's going to get knocked. He hit one of the...
And they can hear this, though. That's the thing. They'll be able to hear that his teammates are also turning up. They're going to ditch it and just avoid the bridge. More than likely will hit the water. Exactly what he's going to do. But Noble, they can gatekeep him. They know exactly what the play is here.
Oh, it looks like Ramsey's getting stolen here. Looks like he's taking fire from somewhere else. He's trying to crawl away.
High Optic, yeah.
Yeah. Hypuck's going to finish that. Originally in Donut Hole. They're in a tough position right here. 2 players left. And they are already taking a breath damage.
Just go fishing.
And look at this.
It's
this
so
nerf.
bad now.
This nerf is insane. Donut Hole.
You can't do it. It's just not viable, is it? You just can't.
No.
You just can't do it.
And I mean, it kind of feels like it's extremely nerfed. Like if you can't hold your breath for 15 seconds, I mean, then you're really out of shape. You shouldn't be playing a military simulator, right?
I mean, quite a lot of, we had a lot of complaints and a lot of feedback that people didn't enjoy just seeing people playing water sports and ditching into the water. That's fair enough. If that's your last chance effort that you have to do it, you have to do it. But
still seeing 10 teams in the water in a 10-meter wide little pool of water is not fun.
Yeah, we got the circle update as well, so that's going to, that shifts now and aims more towards the water. So things are good, things are progressing at a great rate. Everyone now left Pochinki and everyone working the way more towards the school kind of outside area to the left-hand side, that full area of greenery. It's so open. You do have all the defilage, you have the little bumps, the little cracks and nooks that you can play off of. You've got the stones and bricks as well. Caden has already found 1 scalp so far. Can he find a second? BenQ gets out the vehicle as he hears the bullet flying by the temp and storm.
Oh my
God! How many meters was that?
That man is a god. That was like 300 meters.
Good God.
But still, that was insane. 200 meters, 250 meters-ish. Fantastic shot here.
That's a belter to hit it first time, to bide your time like that, and then just wait.
Next zone.
Ooh.
It's going to pop. That's going to be rough for Tempo here. They can't really move. This is going to be a northwestern circle here, really favoring Noble and Optic. Great positioning by Optic. Dignitas is going to have a great position as well. They're going to take the outskirts of Roshawk. They're going to take the tri-stories here, the triple stories there. Ghost, they're going to go into school, take that position early. So So they're going to be the only ones there. Trifecta as well is going to make a move. I wonder if they're going to go school here.
Yeah, this could be interesting because either way they're going to hear them, so they'll have the information. They're going to go the car park, so we could have both Ghost and Trifecta same place. Balok, ball overclocked. He knows where they're going to be coming through. There's the bike. There's one off the back. The front one's down. In the kill feed, you'll see Tempo Storm going head-to-head with Envious. Check shooter, he's been knocked and flushed. Theros, though, finds Profi. He bites the dust, he hits the dirt, he's down. They got to get him up.
Balak has 41 shots left, or 41 bullets left in the 7.62 here. Does have a 3x as well on this mini. This is a rough position here. They can potentially share this if they want to.
Oh, they're actually inside.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they breached it. I thought they were all outside.
Can easily jump in the small windows here. Profi is still knocked, or knocked again. If we say Mikoi is on the top, Soga's gonna jump in as well. Alov is gonna knock Turtle. He's gonna flush him as well. Alov is taken down to 35, 40% HP though. He's gonna try to get a heal off here. Alov, Soko, they're close to each other.
Profi's still chilling.
Yeah.
2 versus 3. Unfortunately, Turtle gets completely and utterly deleted. That was a flush and a half. There were no getting away from that when he chased him.
Nope. I think Balak has got up. Profi is up. He's popped the first hit as well. This is a full-on 3v3 in the school.
But again, they don't necessarily have to press the advantage. If they did him with the nade then?
No, Mikoi just took a shot from a Kai 98. It looks like Totality. Took a shot from them over there.
Feels bad, man. Everybody, look, really quickly, look at the rotation. Up top, Fuzzy Potato and Spike. The guys that are currently in contention for that top 3 placement have taken a very wide rotation. They have gone east, they've gone up, they've gone north, and now they're coming into an area where nobody, absolutely nobody is around. Very open, so they've got to be careful. Dig can see you, Totality can see you. You have to get some sort of area, some sort of compound, some sort of rock where you can pack these vehicles up, blow them up, make yourself a little barrier. But nobody is in that area. Soko down the barrel of the 3 times, looking through the scope, trying to find this one player. Still a battle for the school there.
Noble in a great position. Optic in a great position as well. Wildcard, they have taken this open hill. There's a dip here on this hill dead center as well. Look at Cloud9 as well, coming slowly into the circle. It's kind of the dense area here. There's a lot of people here on the south 5 teams there.
It's nice to see what Hooligans have done and really spread out rather than all just dying consecutively. At least give themselves some kind of buffer. Remember that when we're looking at Noble here, one of these guys does have the arm. That AWM, if it hits you, Christ, you're going to feel it.
Yep. It's going to ruin your body armor as well. A lot of fights coming in here. Caden.
Just remind yourselves of the damage. So if you go to level 3, it's going to knock the level 3. It's the only gun in the game that knocks the level 3, bar a shotgun or a crossbow. 135 damage to face, 180 to a level 2, 210 to a level 1, 300 to face without any... That's... man, yeah. But it doesn't matter what you've got on. If this thing finds your face, you're going down.
Does indeed here. A lot of people have joined the Rushok party, and it's going to shrink south. Wildcard, straight center here. Profi has made a run for it as well, so they're running away from this fight.
Got the walls to play off of. Balok steps up. He steps back. Him and Theros, they do trade health. That's the only thing for both of these teams. If you're going to peek out of a window or peek over the side of the wall, you are going to silhouette. You'll lean, so at least keep your body... Oh my god, the aggressive... Look, he's actually gone up onto the diving board. Soko might be able to get him from the diving board here. He'll hit the bars. This is a beautiful little place. Mikoi's got his number though. 3 times comes out, taps away. Who's going to get the win? He gets the angle. That is absolutely beautiful from Soko. And now he can keep them further, probably kill them and get himself 12 points as well. Adam in the kill feed onto 2 my. Soko does clean out. So Ghost, I believe they're down to 1 or 2 players left. Nop here. Team 14 coming back onto Totality. Interrogate hits the dirt. Gustav with a grenade back onto 2 my, so he at least kills him. That was a knock and a kill.
This could be huge. That's a huge nade on Civil. Kill Gustav as well. They're going to finish them. Pride is the last player. No more bullets in on Civil here on the Scar. They're going to finish him off on Civil. Maybe try to body block here. Adam, nope. Hetra is going to finish off on Civil. That is it for them. Dignus is down to 3 players, but in a great position though, and with lots of loot from Wildcard. Wildcard taking out at 15th. Totality in the northeastern side here in Rushock.
They have to, half the team's inside the circle, but again, they have to go up against Ruski's team.
Yup.
Mad Rusky and co. They can certainly a set of gentlemen that can handle themselves.
Yep.
Need to be very, very careful. Make sure you're going to land every single one of these bullets. Red dot on the M4 as well.
And we also have Envy there. So Caden is in that house by himself. He did lose some of his team members earlier, so he is inside there as well. Look at that. He's sitting in that priority.
Vegas again.
It's all this guy. He's a young, talented player. Unfortunately, he's not old enough to play in the PGI qualifiers, so that's it's a rough position to be in from United. He's their fragger. Vegas is a talented young guy here.
Balok will be going for the engagement. Make sure you watch that kill feed there because he has to get inside the circle. And the rest of the players inside the school, they have to come out. Balok, he says it's time to run, but unfortunately, hey, he's been knocked, so that means that they've still got one alive.
Yep.
Profi just bailed. I thought he was dead.
No, Profi made a run for it somewhat earlier, and he tried to make the same, but
that's a good effort, at least to get out and be the backup plan.
it is. It's kind of a GMT move as well. If you lose a lot of your team members, you just go for the middle of the center, just kind of try to snake and run for it. Yeah.
I mean, there's an act to playing for placement, right? You've got to have map awareness of where's going to be best to go, how the circle pre-predicting where it's going to be, and 2, you need to individually be able to kind of pick your poison and take your battles, because if you're going to find somebody, you have to be prepared for that fight.
And look at Caden here. We talked about it. Envy here. He's not inside the zone, so he has to make a move for it, kind of running into the wall side here. Totality is taking a lot of fire towards Trifecta. Alaf is going to knock Tero. Birdie is still up. Godspeed is going to knock Tony now.
That's with the K9. So that arm's still looking for him. Still looking for some... I want to see some arm action.
That's a long. Did you see that? Noble here up in the northwestern side onto Tero, onto Tony, sorry. That's a 500 meter shot right there.
Looking at Optic here, the kind of gatekeeping at the back as we look towards hooligans. So they've got to be careful, but they do have a little... Those houses in front of them, they can get. They need to get to them, but you've still got plenty of cover, so they should be able to run the gauntlet here. Put down the smokes, make it easy. Moody onto Rav. Headshot comes through with the mini, finds its target. Team number 3 here, Totality. Up against it as we look towards Rusky and co. They're throwing grenades, trying to at least get some sort of a pick, get some sort of initial early knock. And then they can potentially disengage from this one. It's going to be an uphill battle, quite literally. Purdy's going to go, he's just going to bail from this. He's going to be that emergency backup plan. Maybe
he's going to drive straight into Dignitas. Look at that on the minimap. We see it. He's taking fire right now. He's going to turn around, going back.
Nope. That's the biggest nope in 2018.
That's going to be a big nope here. Moody is knocking 100 rounds meanwhile as well. Tony's going to be left behind here.
Rusky, he might just extend it a little bit too far. Gets a trim on the old haircut there. Forced back. Hayes me boo to the headshot onto Jimmer. Moody once again back onto 100 rounds. Moody's just picking at Pure here. 1 by 1, knock after knock.
Yep.
Oh, Envious have only got 1 left as well.
Yep, they have to cross. He has to make a run forward. Noble is out on the aggressive as well. They have to cross as well. Caden, last player from Envious. We talked about it. They're kind of slowly grinding those points. Taking it slowly. Tony V is going to get knocked and finished. Ohio is going to finish off Caden. That is Envy out in 14th. They're going to get a little points for it. It's still not going to be enough for maybe keeping them on top because Dignitas, they are hungry. They really want to make sure they're going to this Austin event. I love you. He has spotted 30. Raw. Last player is going to finish off 17. Try to finish him off. He's going to knock 2. Elusive. Last player alive. He's going to have to reload here. He's going to knock everybody.
What?
Raw. Taking out Cloud9 by himself. Insane play by Raw.
10 HP in a dream? Good
insane.
God. How do you can't let a player do that to you with 10 HP.
No, unfortunate.
My word, AKM. Good. It's a beast. It's just such a great weapon.
It is. It's really the 7.62 meta here. Noble. Daggerless has been knocked by Hypok, putting some pressure onto him. That looks like the SLR in Hypok. Hypok is going to knock and finish, knock Daggerless as well. Profi is gonna knock Hey It's Me Brain. Profi is still in the game, or is he? Has he been finished off?
Hypoc with the SLR back onto Godspeed. You'll see this kill feed kind of kicking off. Hypoc's actually kicking off himself, so managed to at least finish once. That's 12 points going into the hands of the green wall. Team 11, Viper, losing players. Circle on Optic. The gods are with them right now. They do have teams in contention around that water village area. Hooligans still. Zampa actually has the AWM, so whether he cleared out and managed to pick it up off one of the dead players' bodies earlier on, or got a care package of himself. Zampa comes through, finds the knock, finds the kill. Doing work with that AWM in the kill feed.
And it's a silenced SLR as well. Look, listen to this gun when he shoots it. Tempo in a great position here. They have a really great position actually here. They can really lurk this. They have the hills here in front of them towards it. You see in the western, southern side of the map here. You can really see it. They can really push onto that. Dignitas is taking fire from above.
Yeah, we need to see this fight over here. This is the Ruskies. All 4 players remaining. Dignitas clutching at straws downstairs. Nop finds another one. Mad Rusky going to get his health back. Looks like only 1 player, but they've got to be careful because they've got Totality definitely staring down, looking at them. Wookie Bookie just, there's nothing he can do, so he can try and give away the information. Nop sees the dead players. They know there's more down there. They can push as a team. However, you've got to be careful. We just saw from C9, 1 man can completely rip you to pieces. Doesn't have a helmet here for Nop, but he does have the UMP. It's a little laser beam. Up close and personal. There's the finish. There's 12 points. Shadow's literally just wandering in. Gustav knocks him, but Shadow will stay alive and he's in the smoke, so they can get this player up.
That's Dignitas out in 8th. They're going to get some points. They're still going to be in the top 3 here after this. Carthes is going to make a run for it. He's going to go straight towards Boom, though. This is not a good decision. Boom is going to finish him off. And that is the Vipers out in 6th position, I believe.
I'd love to have a look at Tempo Storm because so far
They have a great position here. They have the high
that
ground.
care package. Full level 3'd up, Martin, with the AWM on the back, and they have an absolutely banging position. If he sees Boom over on the opposing side to him directly across, he's going to smash his face in 2.
And meanwhile, you just see Hooligans here slowly sneaking up, just taking cover behind the big green wall, just defending everybody coming in from the east. Optic is putting so much map pressure onto everybody, and that just left Hooligans being able to just creep up on them. And they have 4 guys alive. Optic lost 1 player early, so that's potentially, it could be a Hooligans versus Optic fight. It's a really important fight. We have to follow that later as well. Semper with the AWM.
Yeah, that fight you mentioned, it's going to be kind of quiet for now. They're both going to chill. Neither team has to move. They're both just going to stand the ground until they're forced into an engagement. Boom's praying for placement. Made it into the top 5 here for Noble. Meanwhile, Rusky and Co. Wow. Oh my God, the hard shift comes through. Zampa and Co. Tempo Storm have some work to do. They could potentially run this left. Yeah. If they have the smokes, they can go left, they can smoke it, and they can make it at least to some sort of a brick wall to the outskirts of a building.
They have this insane ridge, though, and they're playing this perfectly. They're making a high ground play with Beng and Luke, and they know that the Ruskies team is out there in the east. But does Optic know that Hooligans is lurking in the backyard? They have 4 players alive. Optic 3, Tempo Storm 4. And Ruski's team also have 3 or 4 players alive.
There's a lot of pressure here on Zampa because with that gun, it's going to be instant knocks. That's what he needs to do. He needs to find some sort of a pick, which will then allow them to actually move. Meanwhile, helping them out and doing them favors. Optic, Bao comes in with a headshot onto Shadow. Finds 1. Rusky and Co. will come under the cosh now. Optic, 3 players alive, losing 1 early, 6 kills in the bag. Bao 6x scope on the mini, so he can do some damage to Tempo should he find a player. Zampa's backing up, they're all getting vehicles, but he's getting tapped, so he knows he's in trouble. They've got 1 smoke, but the grenades are coming through thick and fast. Look at all them. Optic know exactly where they are. Optic getting a little bit aggressive here. They fancy some points.
Shadow is going to make a run for it. He didn't make it. Boom is there as well. They have to push him. Boom surely can't survive this. Nop is going to take him out. That is Noble out in 5th. Ruski's team still have 3 guys alive. They did lose 1 though, so this makes us a 4 versus 4 versus 3 versus 3.
I like that for a second. pull the vehicle forward and jump out just so you can kind of give some bait. They're trying to collect, you can see what they're doing. They're collecting smokes from dead bodies. They're going and trying to do something because they're out in the open and they know that this team over here, Rusky, they are lurking. They're kind of required, they need Optic to help them out. The more players that Optic kill, the bigger the favor. Zampa's looking for one, there's the head, doesn't land it. That's the warning shot. That's the warning shot!
Oh,
and that's the kill. The knock comes in. Can he find more? That's the pick they may have needed. Because look at that grenade that come through. Maluk's found 2. Will they get another one as well and wipe out this entire team? They do! Good God, those grenades just wipe them from the face of the planet.
That's so important for Tempo here, taking a knock onto them guys. Hyper here is going to put some pressure onto them as well. The map pressure here, and Hooligans still playing it so passively. Nobody's in the next zone. But Hooligans, they have a great position. They can sneak down to the side here and have the ridge. It's a 3 versus 3. Sorry, it's a 4 versus 3 versus 4 right now.
So good of Zampa to find that one head.
Oh,
that,
look at this.
That takes a level 2 helmet away from Optic. That takes some sort of utility, Martin. Puts them at a disadvantage. It also scared them, forced them back. They have to take 2 players. You commit 2 players, one's down, one other has to get the knock up. So, there are problems that they're actually pushing out. They're wanting this kill. They're going to try and flank them.
Oh,
it's disgusting, isn't it?
Sounds like a laser beam. Oh, Hyper. Hetra's going to knock Maluk here, making it effectively a 3 versus 3 right now. He's going to finish him off as well, Hetra. So important here. Spike is going to push onto Bahawaka. This is a third party right now. Sanpa, he knows he has to stay right here. They don't have any positioning. Nobody's really inside the zone except the Hooligans. They have the ridge as well. Hypuck is outside the zone. Your boy Dre taking down Hypuck. Bahawaka is also knocked.
Oh, Zampa's got the angle on them. Zampa knows where they are. He's looking at the Hooligans. Hetra does get the res, but I tell you what, they've had so much armor battered. They're in so much trouble. He's going to overextend and just go back for a little bit, try and get the angle, see if he can push through. Really just hit them from behind. That's exactly what he needs to do, because they have this ridge.
Look at this. Faux shoe Shrimpsy coming onto each other right now. Finish him off. Bahawaka is out. Hetra is left alone for Optic.
Hypoc will die to the zone more than likely. No helmet whatsoever. Hetra's hoping that these 2 teams just eat each other alive. He steps up. He takes one with him and he falls. 2 teams remain. Tempo Storm versus the Hooligans.
3 versus 2. Sanpa is knocked. Spike is knocked. Bossy Potato with the UMP. You see that bonus.
Fozu now knows he's in a 2 versus 1. What's he going to do, though? Is he going to take the advantage to go get one of his teammates up? In fact, no. Would he actually 1 versus 2?
Oh, the nade.
Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good at all.
Going to take Bink down to 50% HP. It's a 3 versus 1 right now. They're going to get Fuzzy up as well. This is Hooligans with a dream.
Oh, no way did he just do that. How much health does he have? Surely they can't let him. He's just got to push. There's nothing else he can do. He just has to push. See if he can at least scrape a couple of points on the bottom of the barrel. Pre-fire comes in, gives away his position, steps up, steps out. The Hooligans take another win under their belt. These boys are trying to make their way to DreamHack Austin. I tell you what, Martin, they're playing absolutely fantastic in this close qualifier.
They have extreme circle lock here in this Optic as well. This zone hard shift towards them, but they played it so well. They capitalized on those circles and they're just defending themselves behind the green wall because Optic, they put so much pressure onto the rest of the map.
I mean, I've got to give credit where credit's due to Tempo to survive for so long. It was a little bit unlucky that they managed, from where Rusky was, they were out in the open, not much hard cover to get behind, and then it kind of helped out Zampa and the rest of Tempo to move out. Tempo, though, Zampa with the 1 headshot. That 1 headshot kind of allowed them to open up the rest of the map because 3 members of Optic, essentially, even though there's only 1 knock, it sends it to Optic down to 1 player because they have to then commit 1 player to get the knock up.
Yeah.
It starts to take utility. You start to lose helmets. You start to lose players. Then it was the time to move. They did. The grenades onto, I think it was all 2 dead from 1 grenade, and then the rest just finished off from another one. So fantastic players coming out of Tempo again to creep up and creep out and get it up into a 3rd position from where they were from that point. But man, oh man, Hooligans are looking solid.
They're looking strong, and they're like literally Hooligans is a older team. They have played together, but taking spiking and succeeding like this is really unexpected for me.
I mean, when we watched him on Dignitas, you could tell he was a
He's
talent.
He's a fragger, yeah, for sure, 100%.
He was
a great player.
Definitely. I mean, I know he's got a big fan base. He streams. I've watched him, and even when you're playing with Dignitas, you could see individual skill and the level of kills that he's committing to. I think he's a really good addition on this roster.
He is.
Well, that's pretty much all we have time for game number 8. We have 2 maps remaining and everything still to play for. Who's going to take home those 3 positions and go to DreamHack? Well, we'll find out in 2 games' time. Don't go anywhere. Game number 9 is about to kick up. See you in a second.